railroad track with a blanket, and they didn't have any panties on and all the money. It was a beautiful sight, all right, when we got there. And this guy from Chicago and I, Cleveland, he and Bill Huff and I, these guys at fraternity house, they decided, they said, where are you guys going? We're going to California, to college. Oh, you got to stop and see our campus, all right? So they could take our bags off the train. They got us off the train. We saw, look at all these girls. We got the fraternities, whoa, the sororities and everything.
Fraternities.
This is the story she's talking about.
It is.
Eddie,
It's going to develop
They went in as
into
doctors? With a tongue depressor?
No.
Oh, that's later.
Don't talk about that. Don't tell that.
I want to hear that one.
Anyhow,
What he said.
All of these sound great.
No.
Okay, Ron said that
so
one.
I got to Albuquerque to school, right?
I didn't know that one appreciate that.
That year, war is declared. And so the following September, or let's see, December when the war was declared, so they decided I had to go, I could go finish the year in college, and then I was drafted in Rochester. And I was the youngest guy to go from Rochester. I was 18 years old.
His mother was not happy.
And
Holy cow.
they took all these guys from the clothier company in Rochester was big in clothing, and Hickox was big in Bausch and Lomé. But all these guys, older guys in their 40s, were drafted
In their
to
40s.
go with me, Ron, in the service, all right? And these guys couldn't even speak English, all right? So they give us IQ tests. When they took us all in, they shipped us to Fort Niagara, and we had to go through these tests. And they staggered us. One guy was over here, another guy was over here. So I'm sitting with four guys at the table, and they said, "Hey kid, what's the answer to this one?" I'm going through the goddamn true and false, and I said 1, 3, 4, blah, 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 and tell them. And we all got the same goddamn answer at this table, and they tell the table the next one the same goddamn thing. But 30 guys had the same answer. Shoot. So Jesus Christ, 2 o'clock in the morning, they wake everybody up and they get everybody out of bed, right? And they said, somebody's cheating in this house.
Somebody. I think everybody.
The whole goddamn outfit up again, and they got us up and they started giving these guys IQ tests again.
Right there.
Right, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So Jesus said, we started the goddamn thing again, so this guy comes to me and he says, "You're excused, Frankie.
Frank.
Go back to bed." So they had these guys, and they couldn't even read what the hell true or false, and couldn't arrest the questions or anything, right?
All of them?
Nobody could
Because
speak
they know it was
English.
you.
It was him that gave the answers.
Only one, all right? So Jesus, they got these guys, they sent them back to the room.
What language they speak? Where were they from?
What, they were working clothing. These guys were, they were
Italians. What country were they from?
Italy, and
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but they couldn't speak English, you
You're
know?
still in boot camp, though.
Well, yeah, so they started giving us,
You gotta take the
they
lead.
started giving us close order drill and everything, so these guys said to me, "Willie,
Hour.
you're going with us, now we're going to
I'll get you
have,"
another bottle.
when a guy says reverse mortgage or what do you call it? What do you I forgot now. Anyway, when you're marching and you got to reverse, go backwards, all right?
To the rear mark.
Rear face.
March, all right. So rear march. He says, keep going right into that woods, and we go to the PX, and we're going to drink beer. And these guys are 40 years old. I'm only 18, right? Well, Jesus Christ. So I went along with these guys.
Wait, but I thought they didn't speak English.
He said the rear march and give the command, and they all took off.
No, it's a different story.
Like 60 guys took.
That story's
and there was
coming.
8 guys with me go into the woods, right? So
You gotta get on a train.
So
Get out of the woods.
I go with them to the PX, and I didn't drink any beer in those days. So these guys are drinking beer.
He didn't
gosh.
drink until after he got older.
I never drank anything. When I was only in New Mexico, did I drink tequila one time out there, but I didn't drink any booze in those days. So anyhow,
Gotta get on the train.
so they
And go back
they
to
take us-
Rochester.
we were in the PX drinking. These guys are drinking beer, and I'm sitting with them at this table. And this sergeant comes in and he says,
Frank,
he said, who's responsible for this?
Frank.
He says, you went right into the woods, you never came out, you never, what the hell, he said something about you're gonna
You're in direct violation.
He said he was gonna take us through
Throw you in the
firing
brig.
squad or some goddamn thing,
Firing
right?
squad.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
throw you in the brig.
Anyhow,
Bill potatoes.
anyhow.
You wanna go back and see your mother getting on the train.
Let him go.
No, that was later for Christ's
He's
sake.
getting there,
That
Paul.
was
He's getting there.
that was when I
Jesus.
got.
I don't remember if I got a week. I got company tomorrow.
Let him go.
Anyhow, they take the whole goddamn outfit and they put us back in, and they took us 3 times. We're going to, I'm in Fort Niagara now, right? So they're gonna put us on a train to ship us to Fort Bragg. And these 8 guys that were 40 years old, that they drafted, they discharged them and they let them go back to Rochester or go back to work. And they take me and they set me down, and I got to Fort Bragg, and I went through basic training, and I take IQ tests, and they tell me I'm going to officers training school in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Well, the guy that owned the Seneca Hotel in Rochester, New York, his family were friends of my Aunt Luly's.
Yep.
All right, they were friends of Aunt Luly's, and this guy was a captain out at Fort Sill. So when I got to Fort Sill, I find this guy, and he says, when you get through your training, he said, what do you want to do? I said, I wanted to get in the Air Corps. I didn't want to be in the goddamn artillery. And he said, well, you finish this course, and he says, when you get your commission, we'll send you to Piper School. We're going to have Piper Cubs. We're going to use for forward. I knew this is something you can shoot this out with a shotgun, for Christ's sake. Piper Cubs, right? Oh, so I didn't want to get into this, but he was going to put me into the goddamn thing right away. So I said I wanted to get transferred to Air Corps, but they didn't want to transfer me to Air Corps. So they had my paperwork, and 2 days before I'm to get my commission, the commanding officer of this outfit ships to Washington for something, and they put this major in charge, and he calls me and he sees this paper on my desk for me to be transferred to this outfit. He calls me in, he says, we spent a lot of money on you, Frank. He says, you want to be transferred to this from field artillery to the Air Corps? And I said, well, that's the plan. Well, he says, you're not going to be. You're going to be in charge of a troop train. I said, a troop train? Where do you want to go? To the Atlantic or Pacific? I said, I'll go to the Atlantic. So Jesus Christ, they give me 300 guys with folders, all their records, all right? And I take the whole train. They ship me, for Christ's sake. I'm going to Shenango, Pennsylvania from...
And you didn't have any training for this?
What?
Did you have any training for it?
I was an officer. I was going to get commissioned as a second lieutenant, for Christ's sake, 2 days before, and they shipped me out and put me in charge of all these guys going overseas. I didn't have any training for 300 guys, but I took... I'm in charge of the whole goddamn thing, right?
Okay.
So Jesus, I got the guys on the train, and I called all of them in, and I gave each one their folder. And I said, this is your folder. I said, by the time we get to Buffalo, New York, I said, There was 300 guys, all right? I said, I'm jumping this train. And
You are?
I jumped the train and went AWOL for 3 weeks.
He's responsible for 300 guys.
My father didn't know it until I told him what the hell was AWOL.
So you said this to all these guys. I'm jumping off the train.
I told them right away. I said, I gave them the records. I said, you could go to Buffalo, because we had to go by bus from Buffalo to Shenango, Pennsylvania. And I said, you could leave the goddamn train and you could go on the bus to Shenango if you want to, or whatever you want to do. There's only 35 of the 300. All the rest
Sure.
out of the whole 335 went to Shenango, Pennsylvania.
So I guess you guys went AWOL.
We're all able, right?
So his mother says to him,
No.
William,
But she didn't know what the hell happened to me until I got home. I went from Buffalo then to Rochester, and my father came and picked me up in the train with my mother,